All right, ladies and gentlemen, Troy David Phillips here, Gotham City Police Department, undercover for Gotham City. Gotham City, as you well know, is a filthy cesspool of crime and corruption. It goes from the level of the streets all the way up into the highest offices in the city government. This is the kind of city where you got to be worried about getting run down and gunned down by somebody in Two-Face's gang. Or maybe you live in the section of town where the Penguins gang holds sway. Or maybe Killer Croc just broke free and he's running around busting people up. Or Bane's come back to town with his vendetta against the Bat, breaking people's backs over his knee like he does. But the absolute worst of it is the Joker. And there's nothing funny about it. Oh yeah, there's that movie, that animated movie, The Killing Joke. Let me tell you what, there is nothing funny about the Joker. The Joker hits Gotham City and the first thing that he does is he issues his challenge that he is going to kill 3 prominent figures in the government, and he does this. It is all Batman can do to stop this man. Batman and the Joker tussle, a dagger is involved, Batman manages to duck out of the way, and the Joker stabs himself in the heart. Looks like that's going to be the end of it, but it's not. In the meat wagon, on the way to the coroner's office, ready to pronounce this guy dead, the coroner looks up at the police detective and he says, "This man is alive. God help me, I think he's going to go on living." That moment on out, it was a dark, dystopian nightmare. I'm telling you, clown prince of crime he might be, but let's not forget, the Joker is not just a maniacal slapstick happy ha with the joy buzzer and the acid spewing flower in his lapel. No, it doesn't end there. You get the chance, spend the money and lay your hands on a copy of Detective Comics number 69 from the 1940s. You'll see it. This huge image of the Joker brandishing 245s in the direction of Batman and Robin. The Two Guns cover. Yeah, you know the one, don't you? Let's jump forward into the 1970s. You think this is funny? The laughing fish. There's nothing funny about it. The Joker poisons the fish in the harbor so that they all have the Joker's grin on their faces, and then he goes and he tries to patent them. He tries to make a fortune off fish that have his face on them. I'm not eating that. I am not eating those fish and chips. Not gonna happen. The Joker, maybe in the 1950s he was laughable. Sure, we had the Comic Code Authority at the time. All of Batman's villains took a lighter-hearted turn. But the closer and closer we got to the Bronze Age of comics, the 1970s, the farther we moved from the slapstick, happy ha Joker of the 1950s and 1960s. Yeah, Cesar Romero did an excellent job of portraying the Joker on the Batman 1966 TV show. We all know that one, right? The 1970s returned the Joker to some serious menace and mania. Joker even got his own series out of this. How in the heck does that happen? Do we live in Bizarro World? No, we live in Gotham City. And there is the Joker at the top of the criminal food chain. I don't even know why people want to work for him. Where does he get the endless stream of goons that are willing to be part of his gang? And let me tell you, they are just as likely to get some Joker venom in their face as anybody else is. Have you seen The Killing Joke? Have you seen this movie? It's an excellent comic series, let me tell you. Written by Alan Moore, illustrated by Brian Boland, and it takes the Joker's menace and it ratchets it up. It is definitely an evolution in the relationship between Batman and the Joker, and the way that the Joker psychologically tortures Jim Gordon, Commissioner Jim Gordon, after shooting his daughter, Barbara, through the spine, paralyzing her. Now, from that, there's an upside. We got Barbara Gordon reinventing herself as Oracle and founding the Birds of Prey. But believe you me, the road from Bullet to Birds of Prey was full of tears and heartbreak for Barbara Gordon. And it was no picnic for Jim Gordon. And yet, we see Batman and the Joker sharing a moment in the closing pages. The Joker tells a joke, which allegorically represents the relationship between him and Batman. And despite himself, Batman laughs. The Joker managed to make Batman laugh. How many Batman villains can have that in their roster? You want to know how twisted the Joker's mind is? The Joker drove his own psychiatrist crazy. Dr. Harleen Quinzel This woman went to school, studied psychiatry, earned her PhD, and her time with the Joker pushed her over the edge, and she reinvented herself from Dr. Harleen Quinzel into Harley Quinn. And let me tell you what, she is almost as dangerous as the Joker himself. Did you see my spotlight on Harley Quinn? Stop here, pause the video, go back, watch that one. Come back when you're done. I'm gonna keep going because we are so not done with the Joker. Flashpoint happened, and we saw in Flashpoint how Bruce Wayne actually died as a boy in the streets of Crime Alley, and his mother was driven insane and became the Joker, and his father, Thomas Wayne, became the Batman. It seems like Gotham can't exist without a Batman and a Joker, and that's frightening. After Flashpoint, we move into the New 52, and in the pages of Detective Comics, in the story arc Faces of Death, we take the Joker's mania and we ratchet it up even more. Another level. The Joker actually has his face surgically removed. It falls eventually into the hands of the young woman who reimagined herself as the Joker's daughter. Everything the Joker touches, he twists. He turns it into something horrific. And yet at the same time, there is that awful rictus, that terrifying grin, that look of Conrad Veidt from the film The Man Who Laughs, which is what the Joker's image was in part based on, as well as the playing card, the Joker. The Joker doesn't even know how he got started, or if he does, he's not sharing that. He was definitely a man wearing the red hood, leading the Red Hood gang. Was he actually leading them? Was he a hapless catspaw in their machinations? We don't know, and neither does he. As the Joker himself puts it, he likes his origin to be multiple choice. So even Batman, the Dark Knight detective, the Caped Crusader, the Dark Knight of Gotham, even Batman has been unable to unravel the Joker's full origins. Yeah, I find that actually pretty terrifying too. So that's the lowdown dirt on the Joker. It's a good reason to not listen to the Gotham Tourism Board and to stay out of this city, because you don't want to end up with a face full of Joker venom grinning yourself to death. Thanks for joining. I'm Troy David here at Flashback Comics, and I hope you are enjoying the animated film Batman: The Killing Joke.